Hello there and welcome back to a busy Dean Park station today. Just a layout update for you and to see some of my new locomotives and rolling stock on the layout. As you can see, I have the final platform in position with station building, and as I move further along you'll see the parcel office. Again, it's a Scalescenes platform with a Metcalf Tarmacadon surface, and I've kind of kit bashed this one and added in a brick wall at the back to separate it from what will be the car park. My third platform, probably the best one. They do say you get better at things the more you do it. Certainly is the case with the construction of this platform. Made it basically out of a wooden frame and just stuck the brickwork and platform surfaces to the actual wooden frame. It kept the platform straighter, which is what I wanted, and allowed me to do a wee bit more with the kit bashing. The wall here is just brick sheet printed out from Scalescenes. I think it was £1.99. Mounted it on 2mm thick card. Obviously I've got 2mm thick there and at the other side, so it's 4mm thick. Used the coping from the station building actually. Just printed out more copies of it and mounted that on thin card, probably the thickness of a cereal box. That's the kind of thickness you're looking for. And I built these strengtheners on the walls, again stuck together, 2mm thick card, mounted it with the brickwork, as you can see the 47 going past there with the express. And again the coping stone on the top comes from the Scalescenes large station building, which I've already obviously paid for, so I can print it off as many times as I like. I truly agree with the wall in place. It kind of, gives the station a nice kind of boundary edge, and it's good to see the trains kind of going past the wall there. As I move along the layout, it's to the station building. This is fully lit. It's not wired up today. I put it on the Scalescenes, let's call it the steps kit. It's free download, and I've kind of cut it into the wall there, and it sits against the platform. I had to kind of kit bash this one as well, because the width of this would have taken the steps out to almost the edge of the baseboard. I wanted enough room for a single track road there to go to the parcels office, so I had to do quite a bit of kit bashing on that. But remember, from my previous video, I had narrowed the width of that kit anyway. I mean, if I was to have the kit as it was bought, it would overhang the edge of the baseboard here, and I don't think there's many layouts can afford that kind of space for a single structure. Again, a wall in between the parcel office and the station building. Again, if I kind of zoom in there a little touch, I've cut it into the wall to give a neatest possible finish. And here we have the parcels office, again with the station building kit. It's lit, but again not wired up, and the free ramp kit which comes with the steps kit for the station building itself, which I think looks pretty good. It's given it a tarmac ramp when I could have delivery lorries or a Royal Mail lorry or whatever, and that's why I need the single track access road there for authorised vehicles only, you could say. This will probably be a staff car park or a parcels kind of lorry loading and unloading area. One of my new additions to the layout, Heljan Class 27, 27027. I've chipped it, so that's ready to run on the layout. Goes quite nicely with my Class 26, which is also a Heljan. And I've laid this final platform, which is platform 1, and it just tails into the main line there. So if we kind of do a platform count, we've got platform 1, platform 2, platform 3, platform 4, platform 5 and the platform 6, and of two of them end at the buffers, if you like. where the Scotrail full brake Mark 1 is sitting. You can see the concourse area there and my Class 26 there, which is going to be kind of a relief loco siding which joins the main line, and that loco that sits there will basically help any loco up the incline to the top level, which will be away in the corner here round by the boxes in the background where the 47 is now. That's next winter's project. As you can see here, we have the 56 all detailed, and we have some suitable rolling stock. Yes, I know it's not weathered yet, but that is on my list, trust me. I've gone for the Hornby hoppers with the aerodynamic canopy, and the one at the back there has not got the canopy on it. It's a case of how many I can track down of each variety on eBay or online shops. They're no longer in the Hornby catalogue, but there's quite a few of the canopy ones flying around still in their boxes new from many online retailers, so I might put a rake of about 18 to 20 of those together, and I'll buy a smattering of the non-canopy ones just to mix in, because there was a bit of a hodgepodge when they tried putting the canopies on the hopper wagons, and there was some that aren't fitted yet. I don't want to take too long because I've just heard the ice cream man outside, and I could quite do with Mr. Whippy. However, I suppose this is more enjoyable watching trains. I've not got all my locos in the layout today. There's still a couple of Class 47s in the cupboard downstairs, along with a whole raft of rolling stock. I had bought Hornby Mark 2 in blue-grey intercity coaches, and I've got them downstairs awaiting the arrival of the brake coach, which Hornby keeps seeming to delay, just like everything else that I suppose they have in their range. The word Hornby should go with the word delay in the dictionary. But I've just heard that Bachmann are releasing Mark 2F coaches in intercity blue-grey and intercity executive in their 2013-14 catalogue, and they also come with an option of being lit, so I suspect the Hornby ones will be going on eBay, and I'll be waiting for the new ones to come out. The intercity executive ones Bachmann are bringing out are the same livery as the Mark 1s here, with small lowercase intercity writing, because Hornby already do the Swallow Mark 2Ds. I don't think Bachmann want to go head to head with Hornby just yet, until they get the Mark 2Fs a success in the marketplace. So there's the Class 27, quite nice. I like the domino head board there. It sets it apart from the Class 26, in essence the same loco with updates, and I'll probably have that running double-headed actually with some Mark II intercity Scotrail blue greys. I really like the 27 and 26. There's the 47. So that's really it for the actual station area. The platforms are finished. My wife's glad because the kitchen is now vacated of unmade up platform edges and bits and pieces of tar macadam. The next stage really is to work on the roof, which again will be a Scalescenes large roof, which will span basically from the edge of the parcel office all the way across to the orange here, and that'll be the retaining wall for the upper section, which will run along basically where the orange is. It'll run about maybe 80-85mm high to go with the Scalescenes retaining wall pack, and that'll run all the way around to the other side of the layout where it expands into a TMD. So it'll be Edinburgh Wave in the kind of loose terms, because the roof will connect onto a wall here and span right across to the other side here. I'm not quite sure about it yet, so there's a wee bit of work to be done, maybe a bit of kit bashing to make the roof satisfactory for what I'm looking for. I don't know if you've seen the Scalescenes large station roof kit, but it's quite a substantial kit, and it's cost me an absolute fortune in colour printing and in varnish. There's one of the pile of the spans that I've started to make up. As you can see, quite a sizable affair. If I take it across to the other side of the layout, this is where it will kind of I envisage anyway it going with the roof. And Scalescenes, they give you a side wall which goes along where the top of the wall here is, which would hide most of the station, so I might leave it open and just have, you know, stone clad girders there, and you know, at separate areas. There's approximately 250 per roof section, and in that you get 4 spans. So as you can see, I'm looking for 6 roof sections, which will take it from roughly where the middle of the 26 is all the way along to where the end of the 27 is. Okay, that might cover most of the station and some of the detail, but by leaving the edges open, that'll let some of the detail be seen from kind of, you know, train level view. And I'll also have to get a footbridge in there as well to connect the 2 platforms. I'm not sure, because it's quite a narrow platform, how I'm going to manage that, but again, I might have to kit bash the DAPL footbridge just to let it fit in. And again, the concourse area will have some shops, kiosks, seating area, maybe, you know, potted plants, that kind of stuff, to make it a pleasant waiting area. Okay, a quick tour around the layout, and then that'll be me for the day. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Any suggestions, also, I'm always open to suggestions. I really appreciate the ones I've had so far. All my points are now wired in and operational. As we go around the layout here, I relayed this section to give it a better look and better curves. This will all be under a tunnel anyway, from, you know, from here right the way around to that tunnel mouth will be under a city. And this will be a kind of Waverley Garden type section here, with obviously the background with when the Metcalf and the drill is, that'll be the race section. Round here, again, everything's wired in, all the cork has been cut neatly, and the main line here with the passing loop, that'll be all under the TMD in a long station. So that's the plan for next winter. I'm already starting to think of next winter projects, because summertime's coming, or so they tell us. And there we go. Again, all the cork is cut. Everything is where I've tested everything. Everything's where I think I want it. And it's a simple case of planning it out. I quite like this. I've got quite a good thought of this area actually. The main line branching onto the other main line. At the very corner there where the sleepers are, probably go under a kind of tunnel, well, the back line will anyway, and it'll emerge again at the back of these boxes and then disappear under a long tunnel to the TMD. This is what's planned anyway. And I'd like to show you the final part of the layout. This is what will be called Stanley cutting, or Stanley part of the layout. Why am I calling it Stanley? Well, 2 weeks ago I was cutting the cork with Stanley blade and almost took the edge of my finger off, so I thought the Stanley blade was blunt. It told me otherwise, that it carved through my index finger. That's how I've not really been able to do much in the last fortnight. So this will be a kind of cutting, so we'll call it Stanley cutting. Quite apt, I think. And I'm not sure what I'll have here yet. I think it'll certainly be raised, and I'm thinking an industrial kind of retail park, something apt to the 80s. And there we have it, back to where we started. So in the layout today, we've got the Queen Mother 47, we've got the 26 and the 27, we've got the 56, and we've also got my latest acquisition, which is the 47710, which is Sir Walter Scott, which is a Bachmann 47, and that hauls the Scotrail Express. And in due course I'll be replacing that Mark 1 brake at the back there with a Mark 2 DBSO in Scotrail livery, again one of Bachmann's up and coming releases, and I really can't wait for that, because that'll complete my push pulls, and and it'll put pay to those dodgy Mark 2 DBSO conversions you see on eBay, getting charged extortionate rates for something that's really quite pants. So here we go. Scotrail Express there. Hope you like what's happening here at Dean Park Station. I'm really quite pleased with my two buildings. They've got their LED lit, and I'm really quite pleased with this kit bashed effort here, where Herbie's been parked. That'll be the car park, and as you can see, I think it's quite a decent job that I've managed to cobble together. Okay, that's it for now. As I say, please feel free to add your comments and suggestions. Cheerio now.